Well, we're a couple days before Thanksgiving, so before you go on your tour, you have Thanksgiving. So tell us, what does Thanksgiving look like in the Sarver household?
Well, I can promise you this: there's a lot of food. Um, if anybody's ever seen me, they know I have not starved. But no, it's a family thing, just like anybody else, I would assume. We like the simple things. We like to grab some food and then sit down on the couch afterwards and watch the special football games on from the NFL, and then fall asleep on them because our stomachs are so full we can't stay awake. And we might pull out some horseshoes out in the yard, and just it's a time to fellowship, time to hang out, be thankful for the most important thing in anybody's life. And in my opinion, that's family and friends and the people that stick by you, that get you, that understand you, that love you like nobody else does. That's what that day is all about, and that's what it's like in the Sarver house.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful. Speaking of your family, and I wanted to ask this a minute ago, but you've only been home now for a little over 2 months, and you're about to go out again. Is it hard on your family when you go away? Is it hard on you?
Yeah, I mean, there's times when it's harder than others for some reason. Like even in that 2 months, I've been gone. I mean, there was a stint where I left for like a week, and then a 2 weeks, and then I just got off of about a 2.5 week run, and now I'm home again, and we're back and forth a lot. And I think for us, it sucks in the way that you're gonna miss each other. But as far as the strength of our family feels really good. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not gonna get on here and act for 1 second like I've somehow got it all together and like anybody else, and we just don't have any issues with it. Because no doubt in my mind that it's just like anybody else that would experience this. It hurts. There's times when it gets difficult, and there's times when you argue, and you're really arguing because of how much you miss each other instead of something that's really legitimate. And it's just like the normal family that has to experience it. And I'm in the entertainment business, but look, there's people all over the country that leave for so long. I mean, those in our armed forces, we can't even have a clue, because not only are they gone, but the danger that they face every day makes it even that more intense. Right. But all across this country, people do it. I'm no exception to the rule. It stinks, but the truth remains is that on Thanksgiving Day, I'll be sitting down with those people that, in spite of how hard it is, they decide to stick by you.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah. Well, you're lucky to have such a strong family relationship that you can get through all that. Yeah. So, excuse me, but I have to ask this because it has been the biggest controversy of the week. I did see somebody twittered the other day to you whether or not you saw your buddy Adam Lambert's performance, and at that time you had not. What about now? Have you gotten a chance to see it?
I have. I've watched it. I watched as much of the show as I could. I was on the road when it actually aired. Yeah, I saw it.
Okay. Any thoughts? Anything you want to share?
I had a feeling you were going to ask me that question. No, you know what? I'm going to be real honest with you. I know that it pushed some buttons. I've heard the news just like everybody else has. But here's the thing. First of all, when I saw that, I saw Adam Lambert. That is Adam Lambert. He has an amazing talent, a way to entertain unlike anybody's ever seen. I mean, it's just unreal how he commands a stage. He has the ability to do very special things on the stage. Mm-hmm. As far as the content of what he did on the stage, my opinion really doesn't matter. What matters is that I think people need to remember that whether you like it or don't like it, you don't have the reason or right to hate him or ridicule him. Not to mention, there's these cool things called remotes. Turn the power button off if you don't like what you're seeing. It's just like any other channel. There's so many things, and every household has levels of things that they don't allow themselves to see or they do allow themselves to see, and that's why we have remotes. That's why we have DVR and all those cool things. And if, in my opinion, if you didn't like it, you should have turned it off. My opinion of the content matters not at all. He's a professional artist. That is what he's pursuing himself to be. I believe in his talent. I believe in his ability to do really well. And, you know, to be honest, and this might throw a little controversy out there, but to be honest, I kind of find it funny that we're cranking on Adam Lambert for doing something that has been done. Right. I mean, honestly, you got Britney Spears and Madonna kissing each other on the stage, and everybody thought that was the coolest thing ever happened to the awards show. I mean, and it just kind of, on a personal level, because I care about him, it bothers me that he's getting jumped on when there's been other examples of you know, pushing the envelope a little bit on stage that have been smiled upon, and his is being frowned upon. And I'm not saying discrimination or any of that. I believe that everyone is entitled to feel the way they feel. You're entitled to have your opinion. You're entitled to believe what you believe. And by God, if you believe in something, believe in it with all your heart. I don't have a problem with that. But I don't see why people choose to be cruel with their words just because they don't agree with something that happened on a stage. You know, Adam, for him, he's having to face this the next day. And I believe that he's got all the things it takes to face it with integrity and face it with pride and keep his head up. He knows how to do that. This ain't his first rodeo. Right. He's been ridiculed before. He can stand strong through this. And he has people, and he has friends, and he has family that care a lot about him and will back him up. My opinion about the content doesn't matter. What we need to remember is that he is a person. And don't forget you got your remote by you. Right.
Well, that was very well said. Very well said. Thank you for your comments on that.
You're the first one to get a comment on that at all. Okay,
so that's my scoop.
I understand that there's what they call, yeah. You know, I get it. I really do. Yeah. I get why people didn't like it, and I get why people think it was cool. I get both sides. What my point is let us not jump so fast to just be hateful. You know, I've seen things on the news and on Twitter. Even people on my Twitter page have used it to be ugly towards him. And I want you to know, and you can post this anywhere, my Twitter page is not a platform for hate, period. I don't care. It's just like a family member who ends up in jail or gets arrested or does something that you don't agree with. Do you dump on them just because you don't agree with what they did? Or do you stand by them and you see them through? And in my opinion, that's a family member, and I don't really appreciate some of the things that have been said on my Twitter page. Yeah. I'm just being honest.
Those Twitters can get you.
It's got defensive. I apologize.
Yeah, no, that's great. Well, Michael, thank you so much for sitting with us tonight. You know, this has been really been great.
Thank you so much for having me. I love this. I love AI now.org. It's amazing. You guys are awesome.
Well, we love you guys, and we want to make sure we know what's going on.
So absolutely, and we'll keep you posted.
The dates we need to remember are December 2nd, right? Lakeland, Florida. The American Stars in Concert kicks off, and then we'll be sure to download your 2 new singles on December 8th. Right? And
I'll be selling this. I'll be selling that on the road. Anybody that comes to tour will be able to buy the EP release of the 2 singles. It's got it all cool and packaged and stuff, all neat and everything. But check it out, and I do. You know, the iTunes purchases mean a lot, especially as far as charts and people recognizing my music. So if you're out there and you love my music and you appreciate what I do, I'd appreciate you hitting iTunes on December 8th.
Great. All right. Well, good luck to you and all your endeavors. It sounds like great things are happening for you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
And thanks again. You have a great night.
Thank you. You too.
Yeah.